When the Space Shuttle Challenger crashed yesterday, shortly after takeoff, the nation was stunned. Among those feeling the greatest shock are teachers who applied to be the first in space. Marna Baxter of Cabodos School here in Fort Smith was one of those, and as Doug Hurst reports, despite the tragedy, she'd still go.
It was something thousands of teachers dreamed about, the chance to be the first civilian in space, the first to represent the field of education, and it was something they all yearned for. Marna Baxter was one of those applicants. She filled out the applications, giving all the tedious details. She even knew what her project aboard the shuttle would be about, talking to the astronauts and observing them, finding out what makes someone want to go into space. She wasn't selected. Krista McAuliffe was, and yesterday McAuliffe died when the shuttle exploded. Baxter was teaching her class when she heard the news that brought tears to her eyes.
It broke my heart. I was so sad. It was all I could do to keep from crying. And I didn't want to cry in front of the children, but it was just all I could do to keep from crying.
Baxter's second grade students are young, but when they learned of the crash, they were glad their teacher wasn't on board.
I don't want to get hurt.
Besides the great loss of life, one of the great tragedies from yesterday's shuttle explosion is the hope that was lost. Teachers like Marna Baxter wanted to be aboard that shuttle. She wanted to teach the first lesson from space, but unfortunately today, the lesson is painfully different.
7- and 8-year-olds, they understand accidents do happen. Most of them have experienced, at least some small tragedy, losing someone in their lives.
When Baxter asked her class today, who wants to be an astronaut, almost half said they did. And despite the tragedy of yesterday, Baxter includes herself as one who still wants to go to space. Doug Hurst, 24 Express News.
The Space Shuttle astronauts were